Hello everyone, good evening and happy Monday. I am your nutrition coach, Jocelyn from Fit and New. Thank you for joining me. We're gonna make two meals together, two very simple meals. I'm gonna show you how to make a breakfast smoothie out of my favorite ingredients. Most of you probably already have these in your freezer, so if you do, feel free to grab them out. That is blueberries, or raspberries, or strawberries, or cherries, or any other frozen fruit that you enjoy. So you need at least one frozen fruit for the breakfast smoothie. We also need a banana. If you're allergic to bananas or you don't like bananas, you can use papaya or you can use avocado, okay? And then very few ingredients in this smoothie. We're gonna need a liquid base. So today, I'm using flax milk. Ooh, have you ever tried this? So this is not nut milk or cow's milk, obviously. It's made out of flax seeds. And so this is a great non-dairy alternative. If you don't have this, you could use nut milk, almond milk, or cow's milk. I just actually encourage you not to use cow's milk because it produces inflammation in the body. So try something different. All right, and then, so we have berries, banana, we have our liquid base. Oh, we're going to need some protein. Any type of protein you have will work just fine. And then a healthy fat. Today I'm using MCT oil for a healthy fat. You could use avocado, you could use coconut oil, flaxseed oil, or like nuts and seeds. And then we're gonna add in some cinnamon, and I'll tell you why later. All right, so that's our first meal of the evening. That's gonna be our breakfast smoothie. After that, we're going to make a tuna salad. Who doesn't like tuna salad? It's gonna be super quick and easy, very few ingredients. All you need is a can of tuna. You need an avocado, because we're using the avocado in place of mayo. That's how we're making this healthier. You need, okay, can you see me? All right, we're back. I think we had some technical difficulties. But I was telling you about our second meal, the tuna salad. Tuna, avocado, red onion. If you don't have red, use white or yellow, that's fine. Celery, because we need something crunchy in there that has natural sodium properties to it, and celery does that. I have an apple. You don't have to use the apple, but I like it when there's like some sort of sweetness in the dish, and so we'll add that too, with some parsley and cilantro, and a cucumber would be nice. We're missing it today, but if you have a cucumber, throw that into your meal. All right, so let's go from the top. Again, welcome. I'm Jocelyn, your coach for the evening. We're going to make this breakfast smoothie together. So take out your blenders. Very, very easy. We're not going to use measuring cups because like that totally takes all the fun out of it. So just take your frozen fruit and dump some in, okay? So I'm putting the blueberries in there first. If you are someone that likes to know exactly, what should you be starting with, about a cup handful, we'll say 2 cup handfuls of berries is what you want to put in your blender. And then we're going to take our banana and we're going to use the whole banana. Yeah, why not? I love using bananas in smoothies because it takes the place of like added sugar. Like you don't have to add honey if you have a nice ripe banana. What else do we need? Our liquid base. So I'm using flax milk. You could use nut milk, coconut milk. But just to show you, when you're making smoothies, if you wanted to produce enough for about 2 people, you're gonna use about 8 ounces of your liquid base. I'm just kind of guessing right now. Oh, you know what? I'm missing a very important ingredient. Can you get it for me? It's a leafy green. So we have fruit, but we need vegetables. We have to have vegetables. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is the best way to get it in for breakfast. A lot of people are like, you want me to eat vegetables for dinner? Like, how? In your smoothie. Ta-da! So this is some kale, pre-washed and ready to go. If you have spinach, you could use that. It could be fresh like this, or it could be frozen. But I definitely want you to get at least a fist of vegetables in this smoothie, okay? Vegetables are gonna add that extra fiber and also the antioxidants that your body needs to help you release the toxins. Fruit does that too, but they're different. They have different properties. So we want fruit and vegetables. Our liquid base is in there. We're gonna add some protein. Now, if you were doing a smoothie without protein added to it, it's not a meal replacement. If you want to replace a meal, then you have to make sure it's balanced. You need 3 very important elements. Number 1, protein. Number 2 is smart carbs. So that's fruit and or vegetable. And number 3 is healthy fat. Okay? So let me get my protein in. I'm using plant-based protein. It's a hemp protein. You could get this brand at Safeway, Sprouts. Really affordable. I like it because it's clean, which means it doesn't have a lot of fillers or extra ingredients in it. And I don't have a lot in here, so I'm just gonna pour it all in my smoothie. Okay? But what you would do is look at your nutrition facts and see how many scoops or how many tablespoons you need for a serving. Your goal for a meal replacement is at least 15 grams of protein. So when you're looking at it, and I'm looking at my nutrition facts for you, it tells me that 4 tablespoons for my serving size equals 15 grams of protein. So this is good. We could use this for our breakfast or lunch or dinner. But if you were missing that protein, it's really just a snack. Okay, so let's go to the last element we need to add in, and that's a healthy fat. So I have some MCT oil, which is a derivative. It's really the medium chain triglycerides of coconut oil. So I feel like I think I explained this before in another class, but MCT oil is what you would use in its raw form. You could add it to salads, you could add it to your smoothies, and our body recognizes it really quickly for us to use the fat as energy. So we're gonna use not very much because you don't need a lot. I'm just gonna put in a capful, just so that we have all of our macronutrients in this smoothie. And then the last special bonus is cinnamon. So cinnamon is pretty powerful, like it's totally underestimated. But cinnamon is a great spice for balancing our blood sugar. So what we want to avoid is blood sugar spikes. So that's like when maybe you went an extended period of time without eating, and then all of a sudden you eat like a donut or something really sweet, your blood sugar is going to spike up. And when that happens, your body has to produce and release insulin into your blood to regulate it. But if you're insulin resistant, which a lot of us are, unfortunately, if we're overweight or if we're eating too many processed foods, then it causes a problem. It's going to cause you to gain fat. And you'll be gaining fat, and you'll more than likely be losing muscle. And when that happens, it just makes you more at risk for chronic diseases, which is preventable. That was a mouthful, but all you really have to do to help with that is to start adding cinnamon to different meals that you eat. So an easy one to choose is a breakfast smoothie. You just do a few dashes in your smoothie, and cinnamon is like unique. It kind of gives that taste of sweetness without the added sugar, but don't underestimate this spice. You could put this on fish, you could put this on chicken, you could put this on your vegetables. So you don't just have to use it in one way. And it's still gonna give you those benefits of balancing your blood sugar. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna blend this breakfast smoothie. I think there's enough liquid in there. If not, we're gonna add a little bit more. Here we go. looking kind of dry. So I'm gonna add some more. There we go. All right, one more pulse. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm gonna pour it into the glass. Okay, like I probably put a little bit too much liquid, but to fix that, you can add more greens, okay? But here we go, the pour. It's not too bad. If it has too much liquid, you'll probably drink more of it. Like this made about, I'm guessing about 24 ounces. So for a meal replacement, a decent amount to have is somewhere between 20 and 24 ounces. Okay? I had to taste that for you. It tastes really good, but yeah, too much liquid. So I will add more greens to balance it out. Nice and refreshing though. Okay, so next we're going to our meal. Do you guys have any questions out there before I move on? I'm checking. Nope. All right. If you're replaying this video, feel free to ask questions. We would love to answer them. Okay, here we go. So we're making a tuna salad. It's gonna be super quick and super easy. So get yourself a bowl of any sort and a can of tuna. This is gonna be the easiest part you do. Open the can, drain the tuna, and put it in the bowl. Yep, so I'm draining my tuna over here. All right, but if you are like not a tuna lover, that's cool. You can use salmon. You can use sardines. You can use chicken, because you know they have chicken that comes in like chunks or packages that look like tuna. So I'm just gonna put the whole can into the bowl like so, and then we're going to, let me make sure you could see, we're gonna chop up some vegetables. Celery. Did you know that celery is a herb? It's not even like a vegetable, it's a herb. So that means it has medicinal properties. If you haven't heard of celery juice, it's something that's really powerful if you drink often, especially in the morning on an empty stomach. It's been, I'll say, proven just through like experiences and even like my own personal experiences to heal different ailments. So it's been known to help with things like migraines, Crohn's disease, lots of different autoimmune diseases, diabetes, just celery on its own. So the power comes in juicing the celery though, but there's lots of good things that come out of eating celery too, because celery has lots of sodium in it without not the table salt sodium, which is processed. So it's naturally coming from the soil, which helps balance the water levels in our blood. And it also has a lot of fiber. Making sure you can see me. Oh, this is good. We're gonna use the whole celery stick. All right. And I'm not a chef, so you don't have to critique my knife skills. I'm just a nutrition coach. All right, so we're gonna throw the celery in with the tuna, like that. And let's cut up some red onion. All right, so there's lots of different, well, not lots of different, but at least what I know of, 3 different onion types. Red, yellow, and the white one.
Medallion.
Yeah, as far as colors and stuff. So when food is a different color, it has a different nutrient profile. And so that's why when you eat, or when you're preparing your meals, you want to be eating the rainbow. You don't want your plate to all look white or all look brown. You want to have purple, red, oranges, yellows, blues on your plate, because when you do that, you get different vitamins and nutrients and minerals. And all those different vitamins and nutrients have different healing powers for our body. All right, so this onion, for a can of tuna, this is like a quarter of an onion. Depending on how it looks in the bowl, I may not use the whole thing because it'll be really spicy. All right, so I just used a little bit. Now we're gonna go to our herb. We have some more herbs. So celery is an herb, and I have some parsley. You could use cilantro, which I love cilantro, but parsley is great too. So you're just gonna take, you don't need a lot. Take some fresh parsley, or if you have basil, you could use that. Parsley is a great detoxifier for the body. It helps pull heavy metals out of our blood. I'm looking at your questions. Can solid coconut oil be used in the smoothie? Yes. However, you need to make sure that you don't use too much, because you still want to be, you still want to have your healthy fat and healthy portions. So a good amount would be like no more than a tablespoon. Okay. All right. So we have all that there. Ooh, this is the most important ingredient for the tuna salad. It's an avocado. Now, what you need to know is your avocado should be ripe. So what's ripe is where you can, you know, press it with your thumb. If you can't do that yet, it's not ripe enough for your tuna salad. And I say that because you want your salad to be creamy, because we're not putting mayo in our salad. This is the alternative to that, and you'll just be a little disappointed if you don't have the creaminess, and that's what you were looking for. So just make sure it's right. We're gonna cut straight through it, and we're gonna cube it. So this is how I cut an avocado. I just slice it and I cube it while it's still in its home. And then I go around the skin and put it in the bowl. Any way you get it out will do. All right, so that's 1/2. We're using the whole avocado, okay? So I just go across it. This one is really ripe. And then I go back and forth a little bit, and then take it around the edge and put it in the bowl. Okay. And we're almost done. So you could get really creative with this salad. I'm making a basic one, but you could put black beans in here. You could put corn. You could put bell peppers. The goal is to make it as colorful as possible. So as you can see, we have a lot of green and purple, but you can add red and orange. And so when you're thinking about eating the rainbow, you don't have to be like really intentional about your ingredients. All you have to do is open your fridge and look for something that has that color and try it. Like if you have some beets or some carrots, shave it and put it in there, just so you can add the color, and you might be surprised on how good it is. All right, so we have a lemon that we're just gonna use for fresh lemon juice to squeeze over it. Whenever a recipe calls for lemon juice, get a real lemon, okay? I know they sell lemon juice in a bottle that's already juiced, but it also is juiced with preservatives, because they're, you know, lemons don't last forever. If you keep this on your counter, it's gonna get dry and old and you can't use it anymore. So you don't want to have that, whatever the preservative is, blended in your food. So just buy a fresh lemon, squeeze it, and you'll be good. Okay, so I would add this apple. Well, let me just add the apple, okay? I'm gonna just add the apple. So we're not gonna add a lot of the apple, but I like the idea of this being like crunchy and sweet. And I also like the idea of adding red. I'm gonna keep the skin on it. It's organic apple. I feel comfortable with doing that, and I washed it before. And I just want some more color to the salad. So you could slice it thin, you could slice it in chunks, whatever your creative license gets you just go there. Okay. So I'm putting it in the bowl. Boom. Now we just need to season it. I have some coarse sea salt. Then and this is like really big, so we don't need a lot because you will taste that. And then our celery already adds some natural sodium, and then some black pepper. And then we're gonna stir it up, but before we do that, we're gonna add some olive oil, okay? Extra virgin olive oil. Let me tell you something about olive oil. Olive oil is meant for salads or to put over your meal after it's cooked. You should not be cooking on high with olive oil. No, no, no. If you do that, you take olive oil past its smoke point. And I'm looking on this bottle to see if it has the smoke point on here. When you're shopping for oils, you will notice if you're looking at the label, it'll say smoke point 250 degrees or 450 degrees. It's important to respect that because when we take oils past their smoke point, it becomes a carcinogenic. That means cancer causing. Everything that we eat goes into our bloods and it's becomes a part of our cells. We need it to nourish ourselves, right? But if we're eating things that are already carcinogenic for the body, it's going to mutate your cells. So one thing that you could do to slow degeneration and to prevent chronic diseases and cancer is to not take your oil over its smoke point. Olive oil is one of those oils that a lot of people use for frying chicken or like sauteing vegetables or even putting in the oven for, you know, covering something and throwing it in the oven. And like, I understand that and it's not your fault because most of the time the recipe is calling for that. But I just want you to be empowered today that you have the knowledge and you don't have to do that anymore. So low to no for olive oil. What oils do you use if you want to cook on medium heat to high heat? You can use coconut oil is great for medium heat if you're cooking on top of the stove or in the oven. My favorite oil to use actually for high heat or in the oven is going to be avocado oil. Okay? All right. So we drizzled a little, right? I put some in here. I think I did. I put some olive oil in here. All right, it's time for us to mix. So we're going to mix. Now, the goal is for our avocado to be creamy. So you smash a little bit. My assistant is over here telling me what to do. But you guys got it, right? So I'm going to use this spatula to do my mashing because this avocado was really ripe. So it doesn't take a lot. I'm really excited to taste this. It smells, oh yeah, dang. Oh, so my assistant is allergic to apples. So unfortunately, he won't be able to enjoy this dish. But you didn't have to put apples in yours if you didn't like to. Okay, so look at this. Whoa! Colorful? Yes. We checked that box. Filling, because we have all of our vegetables. We have some fruit in there. We have some healthy fat in there. And you could get creative and put more stuff in it. So you're like, okay, that's nice. How am I supposed to eat it? You can eat this on top of a salad, like a bed of spinach, or romaine lettuce if you like that. You can eat this on top of toast. So my favorite toast is sprouted grain toast. You can eat this in a baked sweet potato. You could load it with this filling. So many different ways. Like really, just make a big bowl of it and see how many different things you can do with your tuna salad for the week. If you guys make this, please share it on Flo Denver's page and tag @FitAndNew because we want to see. All right, so that's all I have for you this evening. We made a smoothie for breakfast and tuna salad for lunch or dinner. I hope you learned something. Again, I'm Jocelyn, head nutrition coach at Fit and New. We will see you guys next time. The next episode that we're doing 2 weeks from now is, let me make sure I get it right. I'm going to teach you all about cleansing. What is cleansing and how do we do that effectively for whatever the goal is? How do we effectively do that without harming our bodies? So tune in next time. Bye. God bless. Thank you for watching. See you later.